him. For those of us from a certain generation that were lucky enough to see him in his prime, there will be nobody better ever. Privileged to meet him one night, and what a man. He must have been in his company, Ruud.
Yes, yeah, a couple of times. He's a nice person. But, you know, he's a brand of his own. Eh? He travels everywhere. So, busy life, but I think he gave the world something special. I didn't see him play never, only on, you know, highlights and things like that. So,
70, isn't it? Is that not a picture from the final in 70 when he scored? I'm sure when he scored the header in the final against Italy.
The first time I saw somebody, remember he dropped the shoulder, went round the keeper, ball went the other way.
Dummied it, yeah.
I remember watching all that, thinking, wow. 66, no impact. Kicked him out of it.
Kicked him out of it, yeah.
he won only 3 World Cups?
4, I think. 3?
3? I think so.
Yeah, 58, wasn't it? First.
Yeah,
58
first. In Sweden, eh?
62.
Well, they'll dedicate this one to him if they win it, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There we are. Croatia will play Brazil, which leaves us Morocco and Spain, Portugal and Switzerland. And those 2 matches will be played tomorrow. So far, that's how it lines up at the quarter-final stage. Excuse me. Tomorrow they tell me is Tuesday. I, if I'm honest, have no idea. But anyway,
It's actually Tuesday in 3 minutes.
is it?
Yes, it
Thank
is.
you very much. We open as usual with the World Cup Daily. We have the countdown to follow, and then the 2 of the last round of 16 games, which will give us a completed quarter-final bracket. Gary Neville and Ruud Gullit in the studios as Brazil turn on the style for 45 minutes. Cruise for a second 45. And take their place in the quarterfinals. They turned up and they were really good when they were at it.
The fans here. The only one who were not so happy were the Dutchies because not many fans came. So
Which is your own
Louis,
fault.
Yeah, I know it's our own
I
fault.
notice
And
he's
now
now
Louis
asking
van
people to
Gaal,
come, yeah.
he regrets it. Now we're asking all the Dutchies
Well,
to come.
too late.
A little bit late.
You won't get the higher cards now.
Yeah, so therefore it's and I think that also the English, you know, when they after the game, last game, they were so happy with their own fans.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
think
you know-
that everybody is
But there's more Brazilians and Argentinians, it
Yeah.
feels like.
Mexicans as
Yeah,
well.
Mexicans, yeah.
Isn't that part of their DNA, what they're doing there,
Yeah.
Brazil? I mean, that's what we
Yeah.
expect to see a Brazil side do with the fans dancing and doing that
Yeah.
samba and everything.
But also the other day when Japan, you know, it was fantastic
Yeah.
to see, and the Koreans with
And
their
the Koreans,
fans. You know,
yeah.
it was almost, it felt the emotion, really, how much it means for the fans to do well on the World Cup.
It would be terrible if we never saw Brazil do that.
No.
It'd be dreadful. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't seem right
No.
in the Argentinians.
It's all part for me of a People's World Cup.
Yeah.
It's the idea that was initially suggested that we could embrace in this manner, and I think it's been absolutely wonderful. As long as it's not rubbing the opposition's face in it, which I don't think that is for a minute, do you?
Which? No, it's just them.
I think it's just the Brazilians enjoying their night.
They would be doing that against any team.
Yeah.
To beat Argentina and to beat England if they beat
Well,
anybody.
we've seen them on the coach pre-match. They're
Yeah.
doing this before they even step foot in the dressing room, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying. It's,
So-
that's the DNA.
I remember, I mean, Gabriel Heinze, I said this a couple of weeks ago, he used to wear an Argentinian shirt under his Manchester United shirt, and Anderson would charge out of the dressing room to get away from United to go on the plane to play for Brazil. There's something they have, that shirt, that responsibility. In Argentina, I feel like, and in Brazil, the country is the most important thing, whereas in England, club football is the most important thing. you know, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, whatever your club is the most important thing, and then country comes next.
Yeah.
It's the other way around, I feel, in Brazil and Argentina.
Mind you, in Anderson's case, he might have just been in a rush in case they changed their mind. But fair.
Harsh, but maybe fair. But maybe fair.
The Dutch has a history, obviously.
Yes, with the national team, yeah. It's, you know, in the past we saw clubs and the fans going out and, you know, hooliganism. And with the national team, we never had that. National team has always been a party, always been, you know, fantastic. Everybody loves the orange to come everywhere.
Is club more important than country in Holland, would you say?
You know, the thing is that the clubs didn't do that well in Europe. So therefore, it's a different way.
Do Ajax fans love their club more than their country?
No, I don't think so. I think that the national team, I think that is our biggest brand in the world, is the orange.
Orange, yeah.
I think
Probably
that
not
that
a
is
good example though, because he doesn't like Ajax.
No.
No.
No,
Lucky, sorry,
no, it's not
Lucky
my club.
Ajax. We should give
It's
them
not
their
my
full name,
club.
shouldn't we?
But
Lucky Ajax.
when they come in the European Champions League, I want them to win. It's not like him. He hates Liverpool, for instance.
Not quite.
He hates it. From the guts, really. You can see it. You know, he's nervous when I speak. You know, but that's, you know, there's a rivalry that you need to have, and I think that. You're right. The English Premier League is so important in football in general.
Yeah.
I think it's the biggest competition in the world. And
Do you think the
also-
big leagues in Europe would feel that? I mean, do you think the Italian fans would think their clubs? Do you think the Spanish? Do you think Real
No.
Madrid fans, for instance, think their club's more important than
I
Spain?
think so,
I
yeah.
think they do. But
Because
and Barcelona
as
I think-
well, because their
You know,
regions,
I think if
it's
you're
a
looking at
different
the
way.
bigger clubs, Bayern Munich, do they think more of their club than they do of the German national team? Don't know.
No.
But I think the big leagues are more like what the Premier League, what Gary was saying about
Yes.
the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because when I come back here and you leave, you go back home and everybody goes, oh, no league football for another month. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
And that's the way it is in England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that, and so therefore, but the Dutchy, the orange is our brand, you know.
You're right, when there's an international break with England, the Premier League, the fans say,
They don't know what to do.
They're devastated that they're England games and that the Premier League has stopped.
Yeah.
It's a mentality through the whole country. But look, I mean, everyone's behind England in this World Cup,
Yeah.
and we get up for it. And you can see like the celebrations last night when England were winning, but it just for the Brazilians and the Argentinians, it's almost like it defines their lives. Their whole existence is their country. You know, I think for Brazilians like Neymar, for Messi to lift the World Cup, it surpasses everything he's achieved. It
But
surpasses
also
everything.
because of history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's history. Yes, I'm saying.
Because of history. That's the reason why.
It's Pele, it's Maradona, it's-
It's
Yeah.
history. It's
And the Dutchies are due one, to be fair. I mean,
What?
You're overdue one, a win.
Can you beat Argentina?
I think we can. We did it already once in the World Cup in France. I think we did. So therefore, it's not that we are afraid of them.
I think you
of
might
course,
have,
you have
I think
Messi.
You might have had a
don't
better
have,
team then.
yeah, but you don't have a. You know, they have a Messi. We know that. The thing is, at the moment, we are less. We give less about the beauty of the game that we always had, like the Brazilians. We have a certain way that we want to play football. So therefore, it's odd. I don't know. We have been 3 times in the final, and it hurts. 3 times in the
One
final.
of those 3 you knew you were not going to win, though, didn't you?
No,
1978,
that Argentina. Yeah.
There was no way the Dutch
No
were
way.
winning that.
No. They did everything. You know.
What are you trying to say?
Because we couldn't. You remember also the semi-finals should have been played on the same time, but it wasn't. So the Argentina knew how many goals they had to score against Peru.
I think they got 6, didn't they?
Yes,
That was
yes,
quite
exactly
handy.
what they needed.
Yes. It's strange how that works.
Yeah, and it was not played
Sometimes
on
these
the same
things
time.
do in football.
Where was the 78 World Cup held?
How do you stop? How do the Dutch stop Messi in terms of obviously you've got Van Dijk, you've got Ake, you've got
I think
Timber.
Timber, yeah. I think they just trust on the defense how it is. They didn't trust it in the 4, but they trusted more in the 5. They did it better. They didn't concede a lot of goals, you know. And I think that is the issue at the moment. It's not how we think how we have to play football, but that's what it is. You had a good discussion about what England should do in the next game. You think you have to go with the 5 then. Only for Mbappe. Yeah, so
Maybe.
and we play already
You
like
play with
that.
5, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the way we
He's not
want,
keeping
but
an eye on
okay.
it at all.
And we